Jeffrey doesn't study. Jeffrey isn't productive, and he's overwhelmed by the books and the notes that he has on his desk. So he doesn't even get around to studying. And then the final day before the exam starts, Jeffrey starts cramming, and then he fails his exam. But Adonis is a productive man, and he wastes no time. And best of all, he leverages certain tools to make his life easier so that all his time is free instead of it being taken away by school. And that is why Adonis uses ChatGPT to help him study. It's around December 2022 and I'm preparing for some mock exams, but I have been procrastinating, bro. So it gets to the day before the exam and it's RE, but I haven't made any Anki flashcards whatsoever. So I have to spend all my time making Anki flashcards. And then the next day I wake up at 5 AM, I quickly go over the flashcards, I get into the exam, and I pass. Just about pass. You see, it was stressful. But if I knew what I knew now, I would have been like so much better off because I would have used ChatGPT. You see, the traditional way of revising and studying is out of date now. ChatGPT is like, if you're not using ChatGPT, start using it. That is the actionable step. If you do not use ChatGPT to help you study, you are doing yourself a massive disservice. You're paying for XP multipliers, whilst there's a guy using ChatGPT who gets a bigger XP multiplier than you, and he does it for free. That's the way I could explain it just off the top of my head. If you are not using ChatGPT, you are wasting time, brain points, energy, just literally everything. So the actionable step is to start using ChatGPT. Literally, I'll give you the practical thing. Literally, just tell it, give it your notes, and then just ask it to quiz you. If you don't use Anki flashcards, I recommend that, but for context, and I won't get too much into it. I've got a GCSE guide that you might want to go and check out if you want to learn more about Anki. I think it's chapter 4, how to study and have free time. Basically, if you use Anki flashcards, literally just go on YouTube, how to make Anki flashcards with ChatGPT, how to study effectively with ChatGPT. If you don't know any way to do it, maybe you just read the textbook, just ask it to quiz you. Simply just ask it to quiz you, and that's you're already doing better than most people, instead of having to think about how to phrase the question and then what the answer is. You can literally just use ChatGPT. Hold on, I've got my script here, by the way. I'm making notes. I've just ate, so if the video isn't as good, that might be why. But I thought, I'm not gonna cope, I'm just gonna record the video. Also, I've got PlayStation pajamas on. Obviously, I'm not sponsored by anyone. Yeah, just as a disclaimer, I'm not sponsored by OpenAI or ChatGPT or Anki or PlayStation. I probably don't actually have to say that, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Right. So we pretty much went over a lot of things already. So basically, I'll just give you the TLDR because I want to make this quick and I don't want to waste your time, because you're probably watching this and you probably need to study. So AI makes your life so much easier. It'll make the questions for you, the answers for you. It'll quiz you correctly. It'll correct you on things. It could like summarize notes for you. It literally does everything as long as you train it properly. You got to think of ChatGPT. Use please and thank you, by the way. Be nice to ChatGPT, but treat it almost like I haven't played the game, so but treat it like a Pokemon. Or if you played Super Smash Bros, think of it as an amiibo that you need to train to get better. And the more you train the amiibo, the better it will get. It's the exact same concept with ChatGPT. The more you train it, the better ChatGPT will get, and will literally customize things exactly how you want it. So I personally do this to make Anki flashcards. I've been extremely specific. I tell it, like, if you do, I'm not sure about America, but like for England or the UK, I tell it my GCSEs, like, I mean, not GCSEs, that was my A levels. I'm doing A levels now. I tell it my A levels. I tell it exactly what exam board I do. I give it notes and tell it make the flashcards in this specific way, which I very much like it, and it does it all for me. So if I was like, if you use like digital flashcards, preferably Anki, which by the way you should be using, that's just my personal opinion. Once again, I'm not sponsored. Just I think there's like a video on YouTube telling you how to do it. The good thing about ChatGPT as well is that it's it's on your phone now. I think it's on your phone. It's digital. You can now that it's on your phone, you can pretty much use it everywhere. So as long as you have your phone, you literally just type in, "Yo, bro, could you quiz me on Unit 1.3? Or could you quiz me on Unit 2.1 on Business Studies at Excel, Raising Finance?" You could literally ask it that, and if it's got notes, it could probably just be like, "Yeah, yeah, sure, bro. I'll give you a quiz. Boom, 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 done, like that." And that is powerful because now you don't need to go through the textbook, and I've already explained this stuff. I'm trying to be really quick, so if you want a more in-depth explanation, um, I'll probably like if you just like ask. And I might consider making a video on it next time I do like a study thing. But this is just something I got off the top of my head. This wasn't like top 5 daily habits. This was literally just like, yo, I gotta tell you about this, bro. So for mainly flashcard users, people use physical flashcards or make their own flashcards and want them all neat and fancy. These guys will probably say say to us like intellectuals, like, oh, but I can, when I make my flashcards, I'll just remember them better because I actually made them. What I'd say to that is, you're wasting your time making the flashcards when instead you should be learning them. Your job as a student in the education system isn't to make the flashcards, it is to learn the flashcards. So if we can save time by literally eliminating the making the flashcards process, which by the way, it takes ages to make flashcards, right? If you can eliminate that entire process and start learning immediately, you will be so much better off than the guy who insists on making his own flashcards or like his own revision studying techniques. It doesn't have to be just flashcards, but I use flashcards, so I'm going to be using that example. If you don't use flashcards, I highly advise you do, but if you really insist that a different method is better for you, that's fine. Just apply it to your example, you know what I mean? I'm not sure like you would do it with mind maps and stuff with GPT, but I'm sure if you just like play around with Chat GPT for like an hour, you'll start to understand how you can use certain things, you know what I mean? Um, right, yeah. This is good. Right, so AI, ChatGPT, is fantastic because you can personalize your needs, and like just like to make that more simplistic for you, you you can basically get a free tutor simply. And the thing is with ChatGPT, obviously use your please and thank yous, but it probably won't get bored of any request you have. You know how, like, imagine you had a real tutor by your side and you was just like, what about this, what about this, what about this, what about this? After a while, you might be worried that you're starting to annoy the tutor. But with AI, it's emotionless. So it'll literally, like, if you obviously use your please and thank yous, be polite to it, say like just in case it like takes over or something, you don't want to be on the wrong side of ChatGPT. But you could say, like, I actually prefer learning like this. I usually study like this. I usually wake up at this. You literally can tell it everything and it will just sort you out, bro. It will do the work for you. Um, how long have we been recording? 11 minutes. I genuinely thought it would take a lot longer for me to record this video, but I'm probably not going into as much depth. Oh yeah, by the way, I've used ChatGPT to make this entire script. Just so, like, if you've actually enjoyed this, and it's like, I know I've went through it quick because I'll be honest, it's nearly bedtime and I've been procrastinating like Jeffrey. So, like I say, if you want a more in-depth thing, I'll explain in more depth. But like for context, ChatGPT's made this entire thing, so like I can just go quick. Now I don't even have to make scripts, and I've eliminated the editing. That just means I've got to record it and then it's done. So that's pretty sick, right? So honestly, it's just like with school, you've just got to adapt, right? Like the future of learning is going to involve using AI. And if you're not going to use AI or take advantage of AI, you're doing yourself a massive disservice, because school takes up so much time, not only with like the homework, not only with the actual in-school work, but then making the studying timetables and all of it's taking so much brain power, and AI can eliminate a lot of it. So once again, start using AI. Don't like use this to cheat in coursework and stuff, just as a disclaimer. Obviously there might be some guy doing that, but like, be responsible with it. Don't be an idiot. But just be smart, bro. I don't know how else to explain it. Just be smart. Like, you've got, if I want you to imagine some guy who just left the education system without ChatGPT. Imagine how many ideas he's thinking, oh bro, if I had ChatGPT when I was in school. Think from that lens. Imagine like a future where you didn't use ChatGPT whatsoever, and you imagine the amount of regret you would feel. You could be like, oh damn, I should have used this for this and used this for this, and then start to use it. You've just literally got to play around with ChatGPT and just like make it a beast, bro. Make it like the best Pokemon, make it the best amiibo, whatever you want to call it. Just, I hope, I feel like I'm not explaining this well, but I hope you like just get it, and hopefully like you're like the type of person who's just like, yeah, I get this. Use ChatGPT. You're already generating ideas. You pause the video to get on ChatGPT and start typing. Hopefully, if this gave you ideas, please subscribe, because I feel like, no, not even subscribe. Please share this, because I feel like this needs to be shared to more people, especially like you and your friends definitely want to like revise a bit more. So like, if you send this to them and you can all start nerding out about ChatGPT, I think that'd be sick. Safe.